Stay tuned as we take a look at this Marvel Legends 2-pack from Ant Man and the Wasp with Luis and Ghost. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And if you have been following me on Instagram, you know I've been very lucky to get hold of this new Marvel 80 years anniversary line. And today we are taking a look at this 2-pack from Ant Man and the Wasp with Luis and Ghost. 2 brand new characters to add to your MCU shelf, which I am very happy about. So this is, of course, Michael Pena, and this is Hannah John Carmen, I believe her name is. Now, I'm very happy with these two. Definitely 2 characters I wanted for the shelf. I like that we're getting the unmasked head for Ghost as well. She was the main sort of villain-ish of Ant Man and the Wasp, so it's nice to have her to go along with Yellow Jacket. But it's crazy for me to think that Hasbro chose to give us Luis rather than we got Hank Pym. We haven't even got a Hank Pym. Michael Douglas is playing Hank Pym in the MCU, and they choose to give us Luis first. I'm not complaining. I love Michael Pena. I love Luis, but I haven't got a Hank Pym yet. Come on, where's the priorities? But still, he looks good. In the box, we get an ant, which doesn't have wings, but it looks like the similar one from before. And we do get Hank Pym's lab, which is a very nice packing. I must appreciate that. And yeah, happy to have this. Looking forward to getting it open. On one side, we get Michael Pena. On the other side, we get Ghost. On the back, as you can tell, we got a write-up of both of the figures, including a poster from Ant Man and the Wasp. So, as always, I talk for far too long at the start of these videos. Let's get them open. And here we have them out of the box, both looking great. First impressions are very high. That Michael Pena head for Luis is amazing, by the way. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what this Ava Star unmasked head looks like on the body. Looking really good. So I'm happy with the accessories. We even get Hank Pym's lab. There's no actual wheels, but it obviously does the job, looking like a briefcase building. And then we get a new ant, but I don't know what this ant is called. So let's decide in the comment section, please. I want some punny ant names, please. Obviously, poor Anthony died, so what other ant pun names can I have? I want to see some funny ones in the comments below. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So, yeah, let's look at these one by one because I think they look great and they deserve some praise. Now, I hope this is coming across on camera as well as it does in person. This is spot on Michael Pena. Probably some of the best work Hasbro have done with this 3D print technology so far. Import quality. If all Marvel Legends are this accurate, you will genuinely have a tiny MCU on the shelf. This is really, really good. So I like the head sculpt. I like the little smiley face. Really, smiling faces are really hard to get in this sort of scale, and this looks really good. So from certain angles, 100% Luis, 100% Michael Pena. Very happy with that. The body is something, I don't think we've seen the jacket before. Maybe we have, but it's basically a suited body. So it's a blue jacket. We've even got the little ex-con logo there. That's the company he starts up in Ant Man and the Wasp. He's got some beige trousers, and I think these are the same trousers we've seen on other suited bodies. We'll have a look in a minute. But I think we've got some new shoes. So he's just got like these black shoes, and he stands up okay. Stands up better than your average sort of suited body Marvel Legend. The other accessories he comes with are, as I said, Hank Pym's lab, which have some nice details on it. So this is virtually a smaller version of the lab, and they make it look like a briefcase in the film, and yeah, looks really, really good. So you can have that on your display. Looks cool. And of course, I've already showed you the ant, which is different to the previous ant. So if I bring in the previous ant, this one was with an Ant-Man figure, and then it also come in the 2-pack with Ant-Man and the Wasp last year. So this ant has wings. Obviously, this one doesn't. So now we have 2 ants for your collection. So again, I want to see some punny ant names in the comments below. But what I liked about these figures is that the tiny, tiny Ant-Man you got, I'm talking tiny Ant-Man that we got, actually can sit on the ant. So you can have him riding his ant in your display somewhere. So obviously the ant's not in scale, but that Ant-Man always looked pretty cool on the display. So yeah, if you've still got Ant-Man, but it won't focus, there you go. If you've still got little Ant-Man, then yeah, that will work. So I always appreciate that. So yeah, Michael Pena looking good, suited body, but look at that face sculpt. Really, really good job, Hasbro. Bravo. And just for your suited body comparison, here we have young Nick Fury and of course Tony Stark. And it seems they all share the same sort of lower legs trousers. Michael Pena definitely has different shoes on though, which makes him easier to stand. And obviously his jacket doesn't have the cut in it. He's got a nice tie, which is underneath the jacket, which will come out. So he's got like a nice blue striped tie, but the jacket is actually attached and it doesn't have anywhere to detach. So if you want to take the jacket off, I don't know why you would, because then they have blue arms and a white shirt, wouldn't make sense, but you'd have to cut it off. But again, why would you want to do that? And because it's just a normal suited body with the ex-con logo, maybe you could get multiples, maybe change the skin tone and create the whole squad from Ant Man and the Wasp. Yeah, looking good. So here we have Ghost, and again, I really like this character design. I like that they added the character of Ghost into the MCU. They tweaked it a little bit. Obviously now it's Ava Starr, who was working for S.H.I.E.L.D. After she got hit by a sort of quantum realm sort of accident. So now she's sort of like flexing through different realities and dimensions or whatnot. But yeah, as always, the MCU sculpts get all brand new sculpts, and I can't see any reuse on this figure. It all looks brand new. I like it, sort of like space ages. It reminds me of the Prometheus film from Alien, to be honest. So articulation for this new mould is single jointed elbows for a female, as always. We only get these two hands, one sort of like an open palm, and this one's a bit more grippy. So maybe she can steal Hank Pym's lab like she's trying to do in the film. So she can actually hold the lab, not a problem. She's got a diaphragm sort of joint, which works really, really well. Get her leaning forward, leaning back. The head has movement, but because of this hood that's sort of stuck on the head, you can't really do anything while the hood is on, but obviously I'll take that off in a minute. And then moving down, apart from the little blue dots on her forearms and on her bout, it is all grey and white. Oh, there's some more blue down here as well. But yeah, really like it. And then double jointed knees, decent ankle pivot as well. So yeah, she's got decent articulation, people. It's just that head you're not going to be able to move. And obviously, female Marvel Legends, no double jointed elbows. So let me swap the heads. So let's see. So, okay. So it appears that this head is actually glued into the hood. I thought the hood would be a separate piece, but it genuinely appears this is attached to the hood. So that's why you couldn't really get any articulation, because the hood sort of shape is sort of stopping that. So this is a separate piece. The hood's not detachable. It's glued in there. I'm sure you can get some hot water. You can separate it if you wanted to. But yeah, that is one solid piece. So we do get a piece of the hood down, which is nice. And then also we get this Ava Starr unmasked head. So let's see what this looks like. So there we have it. What do you think? I think it's really good. Again, they are nailing the head sculpt with that 3D printing. From certain angles, it is spot on. Hannah John Carmen. It looks really, really good, and I'm glad, so glad they actually added this unmasked head. I would have been disappointed if it didn't. I like the way the sort of accessory sort of hood look on her, the pull down hood. It's a bit bulky on the back. I like it. I like the sort of blonde sort of tone at the bottom of her hair, and yeah, this is good. And there's not much articulation in the head, unfortunately, because of all the sculpting, but still, if you're just going to have her standing on the shelf, looking good, reaching through different realities, you're going to be happy. She looks really, really, really good. Happy with that. So here we have all of the figures from Ant Man and the Wasp in Legends form. We have Michael Pena playing Luis, Paul Rudd playing Scott Lang and Ant Man. We have Angelina Lilly playing the Wasp and Hope Van Dyne. And then of course Hannah John Carmen playing Ava Starr, aka Ghost. So yeah, these look great together. They're all using that 3D face printing technology, which does make a difference on your shelf when they do it right. And looking at these figures, you can definitely see the actors' faces and actresses' faces, 100%. Are they perfect? No, nothing in the world is perfect, let's be honest, but come on. They look great. And then here they all are again, but now with their helmets on. Again, mixing up the display, they are looking good. And as I said, you can even get Michael Pena to hold the lab. Looking good. And then here we have Ghost compared to another Ant-Man villain with Yellow Jacket, aka Darren Cross. Still would have been good to get an unmasked Darren Cross head, but alas, it never happened. And then of course, this tiny version of Yellow Jacket as well that we got with this other tiny little Ant-Man. And yeah, these look great when you hide them amongst your display. And that is standing up on its own, by the way. On its own. So I just wanted to see if I could get Ghost to look like she was phasing through a figure. And you can sort of do it if you're posing her right. So I look forward to seeing what the ACBA community does with this one. So final thoughts, I'm very happy with these two figures. Always happy to add new characters and new figures to the shelf, and these two are no exception. Their face sculpts are amazing as well, by the way. I think you'll be very impressed when you get them in person with some nice accessories. Very glad we got the interchangeable heads for Ghost as well for the display. So you let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, is this a 2-pack you're going to be getting? Very interested to hear your thoughts. And as always, if you want to see more reviews from this 80th anniversary line of figures, then go and check out the playlist and the videos tab. They are all on the channel, and you know what to do. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. And as always, my name's Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.